I'm here with Mike Sanderson, Team Director of Team Origin. Welcome, Mike.
Welcome. It's lovely to be here. Weather's turned it on, so it's going to be fantastic to do some great racing.
Well, it's about time, isn't it? It's been a rubbish time the last couple of years to be in the America's Cup sort of game. So how different is it actually having boats next to you?
Yeah, well, it's been a tough time to get back into the game. I missed the last Cup and came straight from the last Volvo race back into the Cup fray, and yeah, my timing was pretty bad. But you know, it's been a great challenge to try and keep a team alive during these tough times. And I've actually really enjoyed the challenge, and it's any time we can get out on the water with all our guys, it's just fantastic. So really looking forward to getting back into some racing tomorrow.
So how do you sort of keep the team alive? You have to make promises that you don't really know that you can keep with other people making decisions that affect your life.
Yeah, I mean the guys are really well educated on what's going on though, and realise how tough it is to keep some certainty in our world. But you know, it's because of that we've committed to do the TP52 for next year, and it's because of that, you know, that we hope that we're into LV regattas next year. So, you know, now even with the Cup and this sort of hiatus, you know, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel in Cup World, and in the meantime the teams are getting on and going racing. And what's very exciting here is you've got new America's Cup teams being formed now, even though the Cup's in this slightly shambolic state. So, you know, it just shows you that it's pretty hard to kill the America's Cup, because many of the events would have died during this crazy time.
What do you think is going to be special about Team Origin? Because there's a lot of other talent here in other teams. What's Team Origin bringing to the party that no one else does?
Well, I mean, we've got a great bunch of guys who are all of similar age. One of the huge appeals for me with Team Origin, when I started talking to Sir Keith Mills about my involvement, is for me there's this group of British guys who have earned the right to be in a very good British America's Cup team, and secondly, you know, with the likes of Ben and Ben Ainsley and Ian Percy and Andrew Simpson, you know, these guys are capable of making that step onto the top step at a critical time, and that's something which was really important to me. I love that aspect of their drive, of their determination to succeed. You know, these guys have been there before in the Olympics, you know, especially with this medal race format. They can go out and they can pull some results when the pressure is there, and that for me is an exciting aspect of Team Origin.
Probably got more gold medals amongst those three than any other afterguard here in Nice. What does that translate to in terms of their ability? Is it that relevant, the Olympic experience?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the Olympic, it's as we all know, it's incredibly hard to win an Olympic medal. It's about preparation, it's about, you know, fitness. It's all the same aspects as to win the America's Cup, as to win the you know, the Volvo ocean race and things. So, you know, to peak in our sport, you have to get all the bits right, and Ben and Ian would be the first to agree with that. Even to the point now in the games, you know, there's a lot of development in sails and masts and boats and appendages. So, you know, whereas in the old days in the Olympics, probably a lot more you used to buy the best brand of boat. Now these guys are developing with the producers their boat, and so that aspect of it, it's very similar to the America's Cup. And no, I think everything that they've done is very relevant. The other important ingredient which we feel with Team Origin is that, you know, Ben and Ian and Andrew, for example, you know, they've known each other and raced against each other and are best friends for 20 odd years, and you can see that chemistry when you're on the back of the boat. And it might not happen tomorrow, but I certainly believe that's going to be a strength when it comes time for Team Origin to race in an America's Cup event.
There are plenty of people who don't get on in afterguard, so perhaps that's an advantage that you have.
For sure, it's a huge advantage. You know, the guys are happy to live together. They're happy to live in each other's pocket, which is what happens when you come to these events. And you know, that makes a huge difference. They have respect for each other. They have, you know, they know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and they help each other. You know, even at training, and what they go out for dinner together. And for me, that was huge. And you know, the chances of you ending up singing the same song come race day, if you're that comfortable to hang with each other's company, the chances of success have to be high.
What are your chances of success here, and how do you measure it?
You know, we've upped the ante as a team to come to this event. We've done some practice, which we didn't do for Auckland. We've got a larger support team here, and you know, once again, as Auckland, you know, we've got a very good lineup of guys. So, you know, it's a regatta. It's going to be very variable conditions out there. We've got the draw of the boats. You know, it's going to be very tricky to win, and he who wins is going to have put all those pieces together and had a reasonable amount of luck as well. But you know, I think we're as prepared as anyone. We're man for man. We're as good as anyone. So on the day, I think we've got all the ingredients to go out and pull this off.
Thanks very much, Mike. Best of luck.
Thanks very much, Andy.